Now we're going to put the front ruckus wheel back on along with the brake, and then we'll adjust the brake. There's a couple things you have to remember. It's not a very hard deal to do this, but there's a couple things you do have to remember. One is when we go to put the hub, and this is called a hub, and this is called the drum, or the brake drum in the wheel. We'll have to line up this little plastic tabs right there with those two slots. Now, to do that, it's really not that hard. See if I can, I'm going to have to do this one-handed though. Remember, these aren't adjusted, so they'll go right on. See? They'll go right on like that. And then, see, and that just went in just a little bit more. So I know that the gear is in place. I've also taken a little bit of, I've cleaned out this area for the speedometer cable, which I like to do. I like to put a little bit of that anti-seize in there so it'll come out easier. And this is your lower brake cable holder that goes right through here. The only thing that we have to line up, and like I said, it's hard to do with one hand, plus this damn tire is huge. So I'm going to try, put it over here. There's a slot right there in the center of the brake hub. That slot corresponds with this slot on the right hand side of the forks. Okay, that what that does is it keeps the forks in line so they don't run around in a circle. Now on your other side of the wheel, which will be this side, remember I have to do this one-handed, so we have what's called an axle spacer. And this spacer, you can see the worn part right there on that side. It kind of looks like a socket, but it goes right in here, and then that spaces across. Let's see if I can put that over here a little bit. What this does is it spaces across right to there. So we have to put this in one side right here, and you leave that in there just like that, okay? Now remember, the tire is turned around. I guess I should turn it around the other way. And while we're putting the tire on, we have to line up this side of the spacer with this hole right here, and we have to align this part of the right side of the hub with the shock. Now once you get that all in alignment, then we take the long screw right here, screw bolt, and we push it through this side all the way through to the other side and all the way out there, and then we tighten it up. Now I'm going to do that, and then we're going to put the speedometer cable on, and we're going to adjust the front and the rear brakes, and I will show you an easy way to do this. Now remember, okay, I worked in a brake shop accidentally for 2 years when I was a kid, and I learned a lot about brakes. And this was before they had all the real fancy anti-seize brakes and all that other crap. This is like in 1984, but it was a really good lesson in learning how brakes work, what works on them, and it was just a very good learning experience, even though they screwed me on pay, and it was absolute hell. Other than that, it wasn't too bad. Okay, now what I'm gonna do with this wheel is I will take this wheel and I will go up underneath the forks. And let's see if I can drop that off to one side just nice and easily. I'm going to take the wheel like this and go up underneath the forks and then put it on right here and right here, and then I'll slide the bolt through. Now remember that after you do this once or twice, it's simple to do, very simple. We learn by doing. And the problem with a lot of these bikes and a lot of these trades nowadays, and I don't know about the rest of the world, but there's no teachers left. They have trade schools where you can learn things, but there's none of the father-son or father-daughter or journeyman teaching the apprentice and carrying on a trade like they used to do in the old days, and that lasted for centuries. They don't have that anymore because I guess everyone is either too fast-paced or too many morons are signing up to teach, and they think it's an easy job and they don't know what they're doing. Me, I was born to teach, I think. I don't have credentials, but I don't need credentials to do what I was born to do. So if you like the videos, please comment or put a like on them or something like that. Anyway, I'm going to put the front wheel on, and then we'll do the front and the back brakes. And I'll show you how to adjust them the easy, fast, genius way. Okay.